Hello everyone, I am Piyush Vairade. So in this video we are going to discuss about regular expression, that is basically a regex here. We can say it's basically a pattern matching technique or string manipulation technique as well, right? So what is this regular expression? Very important topic if you look at a data analysis point of view, okay? So this topic is useful in your interviews as well, in any exam as well, right? So we'll discuss this particular topic now, okay? Now if I want to search any particular word in a document, let's say for example, I am using a Word document there, right? In Word document, if I want to search for any specific word, so what we are going to do, we are going to press Control F, or we will go for a find option there, and then I will simply search whatever the word I want to search in the document. Let's say for example, apple, right? I will simply type that word and I will get how many words are there in that particular document so that we can see at the corner here. Also, it will try to match with that particular string here, right? Same thing we can do. I can type any string here, AP also. Instead of apple, it will try to match all the AP in the document, right? But it's a simple pattern matching thing here. What if I want to do a pattern matching at the next level here? Let's say, for example, any string starting with C, or any string starting with R, or any string starting with C and R both. Then how to search for those particular string, or any particular sentence ending with this particular word, or any particular sentence starting with the specific word, right? So that we wanted to know. So how we can use the regular expression for that? Let's discuss that, right? So this regular expression is not just used for a pattern matching, it can be also used for data validation. Okay, so there are multiple use cases of this particular regular expression. It can be used for data validation. Let's say for example, email ID ending with @yahoo.com. So for that purpose also we can use this particular technique. It is also used for text cleaning, or we can say data cleaning here, data validation and text cleaning as well. I want to remove all the words which ends with this particular character here. That thing I can do. I can also do here what data scrapping as well. Data scrapping as well. I want to find out how many words are there in this particular uh, document or in particular paragraph which ends with this particular thing or satisfy my some condition here. Okay, so that thing we can do using the regular expression here. So you can say pattern matching or string manipulation here. So there are multiple use cases of this regular expression. We can use it for data validation, text cleaning, or data scraping as well. Okay, but just remember it's a technique which is used for string matching, or we can say pattern matching here. That's it. Okay, so you can see the technical definition of this is a powerful sequence of characters defining a search pattern to find, match, validate, or manipulate the text here. So simple definition, it is a technique, or we can say it's a technique used for string, or we can say pattern matching. Best way is pattern matching here. Okay, so regular expression is a technique which is used for a pattern matching. You just need to remember this one. Okay, I hope the purpose of this regular expression is clear to everyone, right? Now there are few building blocks of this regular expression here. So when we write a expression, there are few important things we should know. So there are few building blocks for the regex. We have to remember that one, right? So first we start with the basic anchors and wildcards. So we have few wildcard operator in SQL as well. So we are going to discuss that thing as well. So when we talk about the string manipulation, we should know how to manipulate the string using the regular expression here. Using Python also. In Python, we have specific string matching functions as well, inbuilt function as well. We can use this regress in Python. So for that purpose, we have inbuilt module called RE. Simply, if I want to use all these functions in Python, I need to import RE module. That's it. Okay. Then we can use a few functions associated with this particular module. So that we are going to discuss in the upcoming videos. Okay. So for string manipulation, we can use this regular expression. We have similar kind of thing in R language as well, right? We can use Python for string manipulation. We can use SQL also for string manipulation here, right? So when someone talks about string manipulation, we can deal with R language, Python, or SQL as well. Okay, but here we are going to focus on the Python part here using the RE module here. So first we'll discuss about the building blocks of this regular expression, right? So you can see symbol dot. So we have just dot here. It means any character, single character we can say, any character you can say except the new line. So when I say h dot t, so dot can be any character. It can be a, it can be o, it can be t like that, right? So if I say h dot t, it will try to match with what? Hat, hot, HIT. Means its string start with h, ends with t, and in between them we just have one character. Okay, that is what the symbol full stop mean. Okay, very important point. You need to remember all these symbols and its purpose. Okay, then we have this particular symbol. You can see this one, right? It starts with, so whenever you want to find out the any sentence start with particular word, so we can use this one, right? So this symbol and that particular string here. So for example, we have this particular sentence hello word. Yeah, so this will try to match with this particular hello word, right? But if I say oh hello, no, this string is not starting with hello. So whichever the string, whichever the sentence starting with hello, that is going to get match here, right? So starts with hello only, not in that particular sentence. We are saying starts with that particular string. That is what the this operator will be used, right? Then we have dollar symbol here. Dollar symbol is basically ends with. Now when I say word or whatever the string we have, then we have dollar symbol. It means that sentence should end with this particular string here, right? For example, hello world we have, right? So ending with the world, but not the world class. So ends with this particular string, ends with this particular string, start with this particular string. We use this particular symbol here. I hope all these symbols are clear to everyone. Full stop, this symbol and dollar symbol, very important point. Because when we use this Python functions, right, import RE module, then we are going to directly use these particular symbols in the expression. Okay. So these are the basic building blocks of the expression. We have to remember this one. I hope this thing is clear. Now second one is quantifiers. How many? Now here we have asterisk symbols here, right? 0 to more times. So 0 to n number of times we can say. So when I say A asterisk B, okay, so asterisk means what? A can be repeated n number of times. 0 to n number of times. It can be B, it can be AB, it can be AAB as well, right? So whatever the string or character you are going to put before this asterisk symbol here, that will get match here. 0 to n number of times. Okay, remember this point for asterisk symbol. Then we have plus symbol here, one or more times. So it will start with 1, ends with n number of times. So 0 to n is asterisk symbol, 1 to n plus symbol. Remember this point, 1 or more times. So whenever we use a plus b, what does this mean? It means AB, AAB, but not this B here. So here B we don't have A, right? So 0 to n will be in asterisk symbol, but 1 to n will be in plus symbol. Again, important point to remember here. Then we have question mark here. 0 or 1 time. 0 or 1 time. So if I say this COLOU, then we have this question mark R. It means what? You can be repeated once or 0 times. So it can be COLOR or COLOUR. That's it. Okay. So you will try to match with these two words only. Okay. Either 0 or 1 number of times this character will get match here. Okay. Very important point to note. Okay. And if you want exactly n number of times, for that purpose we use this curly bracket here. Curly bracket, and whatever the character you want to specify, you can specify in between. Let's say for example 3 number of times, and here we want A, right? It means A will be 3 times here, exactly 3 times. Okay, exactly n number of times you can see. So whatever the string you want to match, that you have to specify like this, or AB 3, then that will be AB 3 times here like that. Okay, I hope this thing is clear about the basic anchors and wildcard symbols and the quantifiers. Okay, these are the basic building blocks of the regular expression here. Now, very important character class here. Okay, so you can see we have different symbols. Whenever we say slash d, slash small d, okay, small d, you can see lowercase, it will try to match with any digit here. It means from 0 to, it means 0 to 9 here you can see, right? And then we have capital D as well. So small d will try to match with any digit here. For example, 0 to 9, and capital D will try to match any non-digit here except 0 to 9 here. Okay. So we'll see why we have written like this. it is equivalent to in square bracket 0 to 9, and here it is equivalent to in square bracket this symbol and 0 to 9. So both the things have different meaning here. We are going to discuss that as well, but just focus on the symbol and the meaning here. Okay. Now next symbol is slash w here, right? Now small w, lowercase w, it will try to match with any alphanumeric word, lowercase, uppercase, integer 0 to 9, and underscore as well, very very important point to remember. Okay. And similar to capital D, we have capital W as well, slash capital W. It will try to match any non-word character, here. It means except this one, right? Let's say for example spaces, any punctuation symbol, like that. Okay, important point to note here. Then we have small s, slash small s, any white space, space or tabs. Space and tab, it means it's a non-visible thing. We cannot see space or tab or new line, right? So slash s is used for any white space, we can say, or space or tab or new line. Similarly, capital S is used for what? Any non-white space, means which are the characters are visible here. Like for example, alphanumeric character here. Okay, it's a capital S, remember. And we have something called capital A as well, and capital Z also. So if you want to match with any string with the beginning of the string here, right? So beginning of the string, we can say, so we can use slash a function here. So we can use slash a symbol here. If you want to match with the end of the string, we can go for a slash capital Z here. It's a capital Z, capital A here. Remember this one. Also, we have something called capital G. Now this is used for what? Now if I want to match with the two patterns here, then we can use slash G here, right? So we will try to match after completing the first pattern here, right? So we can say we have matched with the first previous pattern. Now we want to match with this particular pattern. For that purpose, we use this slash G here. So we can say it's a point where last match finish, last string match finished basically. Okay, so this is basically a slash G here. I hope you understand what we have discussed in this particular slides. So you need to remember all these characters and its use case. Very very important point. Okay, now next one is sets and ranges here. So if you observe this particular thing, equivalent to, now what is this? Let's discuss that here. Now this allows you to define your own rules for a single character slot here. When I say a square bracket, if we put anything here, let's say for example A, B, C, D, so this will try to match with any one of this one, either A or B or C or D. You can see one of this. Example A, B, C, it will try to match with A, B or C here, right? And you can see here in square bracket, if I put this symbol and then after that we put some characters, none of this. So this particular symbol inside the bracket acts as a NOT operator. So inside the bracket, this symbol acts as a NOT operator. Very very important. You can expect a question based on this as well. Okay. So none of this particular thing inside the square bracket. If I use this particular symbol, okay, none of this inside the square bracket. If I use this symbol and a string, so none of this particular string here, right? If I say this symbol and then A, B, C, so it will not match with A, B or C. So it will not match with A, B or C, like that. Okay. And if I say in square bracket A hyphen Z, so it will take range from A to Z in lowercase. If you put A hyphen Z, it will take range from A to Z in uppercase. If I put 0 hyphen 9, it will take range from 0 to 9, like that. Okay. Similarly, if you want to match with any lowercase, uppercase or digit, so you can go for this one, A to Z, then A to Z, and then 0 to 9, like this in the square bracket. So this will try to match any alphanumeric character, here. Okay, A to Z, lowercase or uppercase, and 0 to 9. Similarly, here we can see 0 to 9 in this particular range. But if I say this symbol and 0 to 9, it means what? It will try to match with non-digits number here. Non-digits. So you can see in the previous slide, you can see any non-digit will be equivalent to this one. Any digit will be equivalent to this one. Okay. and any alphanumeric word character will be equivalent to this one. Okay, so whatever the characters we are going to specify using this square bracket, it will try to match with those characters. If you want not to match with those characters, then you can use this particular symbol here. I hope the difference between these two is very clear. Very important point to remember here. Okay, so that's it from this particular video. These are the basic building blocks of the regular expression here. In the next video, we are going to discuss about this RE module in Python, and we are going to use this all the building blocks what we have discussed here. Okay, so that's it from my side. Thank you.